Alright, what's going on everybody? Captain here back with another Marvel Contest Champions video. We've got an Alliance War video today. I haven't done one of these in a very long time. Just haven't really ever liked doing them because it adds extra pressure while doing these fights, and they're already high pressure with the stakes and the way they are in the whole format of Alliance War in itself already, so I kind of stopped doing them, but been feeling pretty good recently doing Alliance Wars and figured why not record one, see what happens, and it turned out I had a pretty good one, so figured I would go ahead and slap it on the channel for you guys. So here we go, we got going up against S.H.I.E.L.D, the S.H.I.E.L.D heroes. You can see my first node here, I'm running path 6 to 7, throwing on the normal, just kind of basic boosts. I think it was a 20% champion boost. We've got the first node that is the unblockable special one, as well as the limber node, which kind of, and the fury, the fury builds up if you don't attack into them. I saw I had a mystic character, figured I'd try to go into Blade, see if I get like a hood or someone, get dimensional. Ends up being a Juggernaut, which still not too worried about that. Blade can tear right through this guy even without danger sense, because I can still bleed the character now, since the characters aren't bleed immune. That last season that node was really obnoxious. Blade was pretty much just in the lineup so that I could have to start with Stark Spidey with the 3 poise charges. But this season he finally is getting some action. You can see right there, there's those bleeds doing the work, and Juggernaut dies right there. So not too much of an issue with the first node there, and Blade actually gets quite a bit of a screen time in this war. I was pretty happy. I have Void and Stark Spidey have mainly been my go-to guys in the last couple seasons. Obviously, both of them being at rank. All of my characters are at rank 5 right here. And then up next we've got a Cosmic node, the Immune Bane node, which is very popular. You see Nightcrawler here a lot. But we have a Cosmic character, and I'm trying to figure out who it is. Check the profile here in a second. You'll see they have a rank 5 Medusa, and I notice I do have Scouter Lens. This character is rank 5, so I know at that point this is going to be a Medusa. So trying to decide, do I want to go with Stark Spidey or Void? Stark Spidey can do a lot of damage, but Void is going to be who I'm going to end up going with here. And his fight against Medusa goes almost flawlessly. You'll see at the very end what happens, but I've gotten a lot better at facing Medusa. Have a kind of a sneaky little intercept there. I should say sneaky, it was more of a risky one. That one right there was a lot more smart, but that first one I went on a limb there trying to get this first special one off, but she does, I get it off before the Living Strands takes its auto block into effect, but then I see had a kind of a slow Bane transfer there, kind of wasn't the best timing, couldn't really bait out anything. Now those 3 Furies have falled off. She's less than half health. I've got Fear the Void, I've got everything going, or I don't have Fear the Void, sorry. I was looking at the degen node there, but yeah, she's like almost dead at this point. I just kind of have to make sure I transfer the Bane, which I do right there. Decide I'll back off, try to just let the degen kill her out, and then as I was trying to back away, she clipped me and just did a little bit of damage, which, like I said, it was almost a flawless fight. Just tried to just play it safe at the very end and not get hit and just let the degen do its work, but I got hit. So, but that's fine. It wasn't that much damage. We can recover from that. I do use, I think, like a potion to heal him back up. So up next we have the node 24, which is the Buffet and Limber node. One of the harder fights on this path. I see it has a Mystic character. It's a rank 4. Trying to decide who is this gonna be, because I don't normally see a Mystic character on this node. This is a lot of times either a Medusa or a Kingpin, Agent Venom, a Blade, stuff that's like really good counters against a Void, but it's a Mystic character, so I'm like, what is this gonna be? I'm trying to decide. Either way, I'm gonna go in with Void. And then you'll see in a sec here, I check the rest of the map to kind of look around, see what's up next. I'm like, it could be a door. No, there's a Dormammu right there. They won't have 2 dorms like back to back, would they? And so I'm like, all right, whatever, we'll just go in, use Void, and whatever comes up, because I mean there's no persistent charges, so it's not a Mephisto, it's not a Morning Star. Check my boost, make sure we're good, and then go into fight, and believe it or not, it is a Dorm. So I end up having back-to-back Dormammus on both Buffet nodes, which honestly I wasn't too worried about. I get an intercept there. Dormammu, ever since the dexterity change, you know, the Mystic Dispersion really is kind of not important anymore, so you just kind of have to make sure you don't trigger a debuff on yourself, which Void doesn't naturally get any debuffs, only if you trigger Dexterity, so I can keep away Dormammu's degen, trying to bait out his special one as much as possible. You can see right here I kind of back off, try to get him to bait it. I do trigger a Dexterity and he triggers his degen, of course, the first time I hit a Dexterity. But so far I'm doing pretty good. I don't have any Petrifies yet, but I have been able to prevent him from getting that buffet regen by not dashing back and triggering Dexterity. So now I've got all 6 debuffs. Do one there, but I do get the negative degen there from his buffet because I had all the buffs on him. Got the Fear of the Void, and he's pretty much dead at this point. I do make a stupid mistake here. I dash back and try to finish him off by countering that. So again, similar to what I did with the Medusa, I got queued at the end and I paid the price. So that was unfortunate. Wasted another potion there, but overall I didn't die, so that's fine. I didn't die, that is the key. As long as we don't die in these fights, we're happy. So now we know we have a Dormammu up for the next one, the second buffet, which is the significantly easier one. There's no limber, so I can parry as much as possible. So with this one, I decide, you know, let's go in with Void. With Blade. I won't need to waste any potions to heal up Void. I was kind of checking there to see how many I would need. It's like, nah, it's not worth it with the boost going up right now. I can heal him up. I don't need him for the next couple fights, I don't think. So I go ahead, use Blade here. Looking at the node, just making sure I remember everything on there. We said we're good. And yeah, I'm gonna have the danger sense for this fight, and this fight goes about as you would expect. I don't make any stupid mistakes on this one as far as I can remember. But there we go, get the parry right off the bat, and you can see the danger sense. So my hits, you're gonna be hitting harder. And again, I'm just doing my best to bait out that special one, get the timing so that if you can evade his special without triggering a Dexterity is the ideal strategy here with Dormammu. That way you don't trigger his degen. You can kind of see the timing there. It's kind of a weird timing. It's when you're so used to intentionally evading stuff to get Dexterity, and then you have fights where you're not trying to get it. It just kind of throws you off for a little bit. But you can see we're like just over 30 seconds over into the fight, and he's already at 30% health. Just need to bait out one more heavy, or one more special one probably. I think I'm good. He's kind of gets a little passive there, throws the special one finally. I think, do I finish him with the special one? No, I don't. Okay, I think I wait right here, and then I use the special 2. Or no, I just kill him right there with the whole 5-hit combo. So there we go. Dormammu's down, and I didn't really take any damage there. So again, Blade having a little action there, and I think that was at the third fight. No, it's the second fight. Second fight I've used Blade on. But then he will get used again here, because this one I see it's a mystic character with persistent charges, so that means it's either Mephisto or Morningstar. Either way, Blade is gonna have Danger Sense active because they are both dimensional beings. Check the profile, doesn't give me a hint either as to which one it is. I mean, either way, if it's a Mephisto, Void is also immune, but Void's health is kind of low. I don't want to heal him up. So again, I figure I'm feeling good with Blade right now. If it is Mephisto, I can take a little chip damage. If it's Morningstar, I can take a little of the bleed damage. That's fine. That should be fine. Ends up being a Mephisto. And yeah, this fight does not last long at all. He's not awakened. Not really the best placement, I would say. You can kind of notice throughout this war, there's kind of interesting placements for this path. Not the normal characters you'll see. And you'll see that again on the next node even. But I'm like 20 seconds into this fight and Mephisto's dead. So yeah, Blade was definitely the better choice there. Void would have done the job, but you know, now I can save Void for the next fight, because the next fight is the Arc Overload. And of course I had to wait until the next morning there because I was out of energy. I went ahead, made sure I was recording right there, forgot to edit that out, but that's fine. You can see here, gonna go in against this Arc Overload node, and it is a cosmic character, which not too often do I see a cosmic character on this one as well. This node is kind of, it's a toss-up. There's not really any one character that's always on this node, so it is kind of a new one every time. Check the profile, no cosmics there, so still no idea what this is going to be. Thinking maybe it'll be a Medusa, but then I remember I checked and The mini boss is a Medusa, so probably won't be a third Medusa since I faced one earlier. Have one on the mini boss. Probably don't have a third one, at least maybe not on the same path. Turns out to be a Carnage, so interesting. Carnage, maybe just like for the diversity point purposes, but not sure why I put him on one of these node, on this node that it can trip people up every now and then, the arc overload, but it's not the most difficult node. But once I saw Carnage, I'm like, okay, well, I could have taken any 3 of my characters and I would have been fine in this fight. So I just have to make sure I don't do it stupid and get hit by any of the specials or anything, or heavy attack. There you see you bait out the special 2. He triggers his arc overload, but my degen is already countering it, and I don't even have a petrify. Finally get a petrify, so now it's going to be doing significantly less. At this point, I'm like, all right, I just have to, you know, keep this up, make sure I don't get stupid, get another debuff on him. There's the 6th one, so Fear the Void is on its way. Bait the special 2. And you can just start to see in a second his health is just gonna start going down pretty quickly. There we go, 8, 9, 10, 4, 2, 1, dead. And there we go, down goes the Carnage. So the majority, the main path went pretty good. Up next is the mini boss. So I mean, other than those first couple fights when I tried to, like I said, try to get cute with it and attack him in at the very end, I should have almost had like a flawless war. So up to this point. So up next, like I mentioned, we do have the Medusa mini boss, and this is the strike back node. I think that's kind of the only thing really on this. So I'm thinking with Medusa, I generally like to use Void majority of the time. I do use 1 more potion, so pretty cheap war potion wise. Only had to use 4 potions the whole war. So far, so that was pretty good. Happy about that. Definitely had wars where I'd had to use way more, but here we go with Medusa. I think it was a rank 5. I don't remember exactly. Get a nice little intercept right off the bat. Trying to make sure I get as many hits as I can in right now before she activates her first living strands. I do get that first special 1 off. Was very close. Made sure I did it when it wouldn't push her to her special 3. And of course I get the dexterity 1, so I'm still waiting for that petrify. Gotta bait out that special 1. Once I get that petrify on, I can throw my specials a little bit more freely and not have to worry about the strike back. Again, got the critical debuff on her now. Still no petrify. She's at her 2nd living strand, so now I kind of gotta just hit her 1 hit at a time, kind of bait out heavy attacks, counter my heavy attacks if I can. But for the most part, I kind of just backed off for that one. And then right there, I tried to go in. I don't know what happened there, why I did that, but I got hit, paid the price. The Furies finally fell off. Throw my special 1, and now I am off onto Fear the Void. Now I can start throwing my specials freely, but you can see obviously I got to bait out that special 2 now and wait for those Furies to fall down. She just doesn't want to use her special. You can see now I'm backed up into wall, which is never good. I don't even think I meant to use that special. Then you can see I kind of panicked there. I rushed in, got parried, and now I'm like, oh no, she has a full bar of power. I am screwed trying to get all my attacks in, trying to see if I can kill her, dash in, but then she uses special 3. But I know I have 1 boost on at least. I should survive this, and I'm really hoping because I didn't want to die in this war. You can see, yes, I did. I'm at 20, I think that's 26%. And I'm actually going to regen a little bit because of willpower from that armor shatter, so thanks Medusa. Use a heavy there. You can see she's under 10%. I'm like, okay, come on, we can do this, we can do this. I don't want to die. Let's get a whole clear on our path, and we do. There we go. Down goes Medusa. We died. We didn't die at all on the path, so that was awesome. So we did end up going on to win this war, guys. So so far we're doing pretty good in Plat 3, rank 13. But guys, let me know if you enjoyed this Alliance War video. If you'd like to see more of these in the future, let me know down below. But thank you for watching, guys, and I will catch you next time.